see him? What the
I guess.
I just shit on them.
You just shit on literally all of them.
Oop, done. Whether you use Xbox, PlayStation or Xbox controller on PC, these settings will work perfectly for you because I've used these settings for like 100,000 kills now, multiple years, and as you see, I got these shiny purple badges right here. So let's get right into the settings. Make sure you check out the chapters in the video for anything specifically you're looking for. I'm just gonna run down everything real quick and you'll see everything I use in my settings. So for interact prompt style compact, just makes it look cleaner. Same thing with button hints off, just makes your screen look a lot cleaner. Crosshair damage feedback, that's the little X you have on your screen when you're shooting. I recommend having it off, but if you really like it, you can keep it. But personally, I think it's better to have it off because it's showing where you were shooting and you need to be focusing on where you are shooting. So stacking's the best option by far because it just shows the total damage that you did. You don't have to add up numbers and stuff like that. Ping opacity on faded just makes it look a lot cleaner on the screen. Obituaries is your kill feed, you should keep that on. Minimap rotation. If you wanted to spin around like Call of Duty, turn that on. Weapon auto cycle on empty. I have it on because I've had it on since the game came out and I'm just used to it. I press R2 and my other gun comes out. If you're used to it on off and you want to switch manually, then you want to keep it off. Auto sprint on because it saves my controller and my left thumb a lot of pressure. So I keep it on. All I have to do is push up and down on my left stick, and I'm sprinting. Double tap to sprint. I don't recommend using this feature. Jetpack control. Hold. That'll make the jetpack a whole lot better to use, trust me. Incoming damage feedback. That's just personal preference. I set it to both, so it just... I really know when I'm taking damage and where I'm taking it from. Damage closes death box. You do not want this on because one tick of caustic gas will take you out of a death box when you're trying to get a shield swap. So make sure you turn this off and you get used to manually getting out of boxes with circle or whatever button you use to leave a death box. You might die once or twice getting used to this, but trust me, you want to have this off. Hop-up, pop-up just shows you what the hop-ups do. So if you know what they all do, then turn this off, but it is a new season, so if you want to turn it on, see what the updated hop-ups do. Streamer mode just doesn't do anything at all. Literally just hides people's names on your screen. Anonymous mode is the one that hides your name on everyone's screen. This will turn your name into player 114. Usage sharing just kind of seems like a security breach, so I'm gonna disable that one. Performance display shows your FPS and your ping, so if you want to have that on, keep that on. But if you start feeling like a kick of ping or something like that, you can always switch it on quickly in-game. I do that a lot. Communication filter, if you don't like talking to people, turn it to nobody. The console command that I have doesn't work anymore, they disabled it, so now I use green. But I have to remember to actually turn this on every day because I need to go take that console command out in my Steam. So, yeah, I like to use green. That's really personal preference, though. I just like green. I would use white, but there's just too much snow and stuff like that, especially if you're playing World's Edge. Like, it's just not going to work out. And this I have all default. For the sake of the video, I have this at 10%, but usually I use 100%. Unless my ears are starting to bleed, then I start to turn it down. The only other thing I would say for audio is I have the dialogue down to 11% right now, and basically all that does is make the voices quieter in-game of the legends, so I can hear footsteps better. If you turn the music off to 0, you'll get more of an advantage, because the music's honestly really loud at the end game, so just turn that off and you'll hear more. For video, I'm rocking 50% brightness. Field of view, I usually use 110, but I've had it at 106 for about a month now, and I don't mind it. It's pretty decent. Honestly, not much of a difference from 110, but I would give it a try if you're used to 110, honestly. Ability scaling, if you disable this, when you use ultimates like Bloodhound ult, when you use Octane Stim, your FOV expands. So if you're at 110, it expands to 120, and that's not good for consistent aim in my opinion, so I disable it so that I'm always at the same FOV. Sprint view shake, if you set it to minimal, the bigger character's arms won't be on the screen as much, so they won't feel as slow, and it's just less on your screen. This won't matter for console players, so you don't have to worry about this, but for all my PC friends, I just rock low. But I do recommend having your reflex on plus boost if you have that. If you have the option, which you probably do, you should turn that on. My favorite controller preset is Evolved. It's just the one I've been using since day one. Stick layout default, hold to reload, which is a tiny bit of a delay, but you can also use R2 to reload when your gun's completely empty. So basically I can hold the reload, doesn't whip the door open in a gunfight, and I win so many more gunfights now on doors because of this option. This takes a long time to get used to, but I love it. Crouch button, both these options are really good. Pros and cons to both of them. Personally, I use toggle. I've had aim button. If you have that on toggle, that's wild. Make sure you have your survival slot button on, and then you can actually pull out the thing when you're in an end game, because you might have this off. So make sure you check that. Make sure you have your triggered dead zones on none. And start turning this menu cursor speed up. Basically, when it's on max, you can shield swap way faster, but it's going to be hard to get used to on 0 to 100. So make sure you turn it up in increments, and day by day, get used to it being faster. And you'll get way faster at shield swaps. My favorite non-ALC settings are 5.4 Classic with no dead zone. Absolute killer settings right there. Movement dead zone set to none, well, small. Inverted look off, and vibration off. By the way, you wouldn't want a 0 movement dead zone. You would most likely move on your own. I've had options like this on different games where it gives you a 0 dead zone option, and you, trust me, you don't want it. So, like I said, I've been using these for a very long time, and consistency is key in my opinion. So, if you want to take a screenshot here, pause the video, put all the numbers in, and I will scroll down in a few moments. Gotta put the Jeopardy music in. Here are the rest of the numbers. Make sure you have these on. For console players, you're going to have an option here for aim assist, and you're going to want to keep that on console aim assist. You get 0.6 out of 1.0 aim assist value compared to PC's 0.4 out of 1.0. So make sure you keep the console one on, and you'll have as much aim assist as everybody else in the lobby. I have my per optic ADS sensitivity on off because personally I believe consistency is key. I think these settings are one size fits all for all the sites, in my opinion, but if you want to turn it on and mess with it, go for it and let me know what you like. If these settings help you, make sure you hit that like button. If you dislike the video, make sure you hit that dislike button and hit that sub button and the sub bell instead of telepost so you don't miss any Apex content, and I will see you in the next video. Shit on. Oh my god, shit on. Oh. Nice.